Hey guys, it's Jada. Welcome to my channel. It's my first video and I just wanted to get on here before I just start posting because who am I and why do I even want to post on YouTube? So I want to share my intentions with my channel and then give y'all a little bit to get to know me because I got a lot to say. So I'm 21 years old. I am Black lesbian. I'm a college student. I love so many things. But I love public speaking. I study biology, psychology, and neuroscience. So I love all the things about the brain. I loved sociology. I took a class on that, I think my sophomore year. Oh, love that. Because I just love people, I love humans, things like that. But I am really excited to start this channel I keep dropping my book. It's okay. But this is where I be writing everything. One of the things I love to do is to journal. I love a video diary. So I'm not used to getting in front of the camera and talking, but just the fact that I'm gonna post it and with the intention of other people seeing it, I'm like a private gal. But I know it's time for me to share some of the things that I've experienced and also to connect with the community that's on here because I know that there's a community on here for me. So I'm excited to meet you guys, and my intentions with this channel is to cultivate a safe space for us to learn and grow because I'm also really into spirituality. I'm into plants, science. I love a good hobby. I love crafts. I love to learn so much. So many things we could talk about. Also love to read. Specifically adult romance and mystery. Let me know what books y'all like to read in the comments because I want to start a book club bad. No Name has a really good book club. So shout out to the books they be reading. But most of the time I just I'm reading Bell Hooks, Love Her Down. And right now I'm reading Wretched of the Earth by Frantz Fanon. I'm pretty sure that's the title. If I get it wrong, I'll write it here. But shout out to them. One of my coworkers actually lent it to me and my classmate. So shout out to him for that. But yeah, so many things that we are gonna get into. And I just wanna share that with you guys because I have recently been coming into a lot of different YouTube creators, specific Black creators that have been creating really good content. And I'm I love this. And I definitely feel like I have some things to add to the conversation. But I did not want to get on YouTube previously because YouTube really does shadow ban certain creators, and it's one of those spaces. That's also how some of the other apps are as well. So that's my hesitation. But I know that, some things just got to be done. So here I am. I decided to get into it, and that was one of the biggest hurdles for me is getting over that. But there's community everywhere. Everyone is using all the social media apps. So if I want to curate a community where people can learn and feel seen and heard, then I gotta go to those platforms where people are at, including myself, because I do also love the content that I come across on YouTube. But I'm also a little congested. My allergies, they're really eating me up. I already took my allergy medicine and I drank nettle leaf tea. But we're not even gonna speak them up because it's gonna be fine. But I love the content that I do get from certain Black creators on YouTube, like Intellectual Media, Foreign Man in a Foreign Land, FD Signifier, Think Peace Tribe, and a lot of other people. A lot. I love to consume media, but I also love to consume consciously. So I feel like I can create content that a lot of people will also relate to. So yeah. And I'm just, like I said, I'm also very excited. But another reason and another thing that I wanted to share, because like this is a big part of my journey in life right now, as well as my journey on YouTube, is, you know, I didn't want to be on a public platform because of my fear of being seen. I'm like, if I put this out, then people are gonna see me, which is like, duh. But you know, like for real, like that's a lot. Because then it's a lot of opinions and things, but I had to go through a lot of different trials and tribulations with that, you know, not relying too much on external validation and learning that, you know, I do deserve to be seen, heard, and valued. So I'm like, let me get into that. And I did it for myself, and I curated that for myself. And that's why I know that I'm ready to start this content and to do it, because, you know, spiritually, I'm very ready. I'm very aligned in this point in my life. I've done a lot of inner work, you know, and I'm excited to curate that. I'm excited to get into that. And I have a lot of beautiful ideas, you know, for me to share with you. So I'm excited because, you know, just recently, I just got over the fear. And it was like kind of a crazy switch. But astrologically, it makes sense. You know, we're currently going through a retrograde. You know, the sun is in Sagittarius as well. I am a Sagittarius. The Sagittarius sun, Cancer moon. And I don't know if I want to give out my rising, because I don't know if that's too much. Because me, you know, when you know everybody big three, you know a lot. So I'm gonna wait. Maybe y'all can guess. Y'all might figure that out. But you know, and I also want to create more like freedom in my life. Like, I know that's a big part of my journey. In my day-to-day, I am an advocate and a community organizer as well. I've been doing that for some years now. And it's just really a beautiful thing. It's really a beautiful thing. And I feel like there is a lot of love missing, and I didn't really feel that until I started I knew that it was there. I knew that we are in a loveless society, you know, in a way. And that is something that Bell Hooks talks about in All About Love. But I feel that, you know, I can bring a sort of like comfort to a space, because I also do know that my energy is very healing. So I'm like, I think there's some conversations we should have, and we're gonna have them. But I knew that I had to go through a self journey of learning to love myself first, then realize I deserve to be seen. I need to be seen, you know? And then, you know, but before that, I had to really realize that, like, I'm a creative girly too. Because I get into STEM, but sometimes I'm like thinking I have to be one thing, and y'all don't have to be one thing. Y'all can be everything. Because I know I'm everything. So I would hope everyone else feels the same way, you know? You don't have to be one thing your whole life, you know? That's why people say they live multiple lives. Live as many lives as you want, you know? I've lived quite a few already, and I feel like I'm living them simultaneously, because I'm not just one thing. I'm not just a scientist or a poet or a creative or a caretaker, or I'm everything. I'm everything. And I wanted to also like not only introduce myself, but also segue into this like message about self-love, because like if you are thinking about creating something or speaking up, or you know, putting your energy towards something that you are not sure is going to work out, this is your sign to do so. Because like spirit, and by spirit I mean like my ancestors, God, and you know, the universe literally was like, you cannot avoid this. Like the amount of signs that I received that this is like a part of my journey and my calling was like I can't even count them. And, you know, I'll speak about my spiritual journey in another video because that also is intertwined with everything, you know, everything is everything. Like my mental health journey, my self-love journey, my growth, like all of them wrapped in with my spirituality, my personal journey, all of that. It's all in one for me. But yeah, like you deserve to be seen, girl. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be heard. Oh, also, this is my plant Emerald. This is my plant Emerald. I've had her for like a year and she has grown. She's like a tree at this point. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 leaves. She's a Monstera deliciosa. And I got her at a farmer's market that my old job's having. And literally she has grown from like 3 leaves to like the number I just said. So shout out to her because I do learn a lot from nature. Like she is very abundant, so I try to live the same way. But seriously, like love yourself for real. Trust yourself. Trust that the things that you are meant to do will be meant for you, will be there for you. Because I spent a lot of my life, and you know, I'm about to be 22 in a couple weeks. Shout out to the Sagittarius, it's Sag season. But yes, I'm about to be 22 in a couple weeks, and it's like, I have learned so much in this year about like myself, my life, and I really had to like make conscious decisions. Like, because if not, you're just stuck in autopilot. But like, you gotta make conscious decisions, and I feel that I'm coming more into myself. So I'm really excited to connect with everybody and to just, you know, have this outlet to share some things and to break some topics down that may be very complicated. Like, I love to learn. I'm also very educated in a lot of different topics. So I would love to bring a different perspective, you know, add some nuance in there. I love that things are getting more nuanced. I love that. And a lot of the other creators that I consume, beautiful, nuanced perspectives. Beautiful. Khadijah Mumbo was also somebody that I really enjoyed to watch. And many other people. But her name just popped back into my head. But yes, like period. But I hope you guys are looking forward to my content. I'm going to be posting weekly, so get up with me and get up with me. But yeah, I'm excited. And I will see y'all in the next video. And I hope that you will enjoy my content and enjoy this journey with me, because it's gonna be real fun. The next video, I'm not sure which order I'm gonna put them out in, but I think the next one I'm gonna record is about my spiritual journey, and that's been real fun. So yeah, but I also want to show my paintings, so let me get them. I also love to paint, love to draw. I don't know if I said love to write poetry, all that, but yes. I had this painting in my head for a long time, and I was like, what am I gonna paint? Because I just imagined the red hearts with the eyes. I love to draw some eyes. Then I drew this, and this is representing a few things, you know, also my sexuality, but also like just how I feel. Like I was gonna add stars in the galaxy, but I never went back and did it. But she is bad. Like I said, love the eyes, love the planets. She's just like lost the planet. And this one, like I was just like green, you know, in my head. And then I was like, what should I like add to like spruce it up? But it also kind of looks like a cell, like not a chloroplast, but a that was probably a chloroplast. But you know, what gives the plants the green pigment. But yeah, it looks like the inside of the cell. But I'm very proud of this one because I love abstract art and I love to just go and paint. And you know, if you are a painter, shout out to you. I love to do it as a hobby, and it really, you know, helps me express myself creatively. And this is gonna be another outlet that I express myself creatively. I really hope that the audio is good, because if not, I'm gonna have to buy another mic. But I'm determined, so I'm gonna buy another mic. But yes, but like, what can you expect from me? Lifestyle content, you know, tips, tricks, things I learned about spirituality, how to take care of your plants, you know, get ready with me, vlogs, all of that. So you can look forward to some things and, you know, ignore the glare in my glasses from the light, because I just realized and I was like, oh, that looks a little scary, but that's okay. Okay, I hope you all have a beautiful day and that you're super safe. Stay safe for real.